Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Thursday, March 9, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want to access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. Utah Jazz versus Orlando Magic. Utah is in a much better spot to land a playoff spot than Orlando is, but they come into this game with a few disadvantages. They are in the middle of a long road trip that has thus far not been successful. Plus, they may be without two of their best players, Clarkson and Kessler. Orlando's playoff odds are long, but they are too far ahead of the bottom tier of teams to catch them in the race to the bottom, so they're better served by balling out and trying to make the playoffs. But even more importantly, develop a winning culture. For these reasons, I like Orlando here. Take the Magic in this one to cover. The over also makes a lot of sense in this spot. Utah can score with the best of them, and they are averaging the 7th most points per game in the league this season. Their defense is nothing to write home about though, and neither is Orlando's. The Magic are coming off a game where they gave up 134, and they've given up 122 plus in 3 of their past 4. Utah hasn't been any better, and they've given up 120 plus in 3 straight. Wendell Carter Jr. is out for the Magic here, which hurts their rim protection. The Jazz's defense, on the other hand, took a big blow when they traded away Jared Vanderbilt to the Lakers at the deadline. Paolo Banchero is averaging over 25 points per game across his last 3, and should have a lot of success against a Jazz team that particularly struggles to defend on the road. Our total pick is over. Charlotte Hornets versus Detroit Pistons. Detroit was already one of the worst teams in the NBA, so it could not afford the plethora of injury issues that it is dealing with right now. The Pistons are riding a 9-game losing streak and are facing a Charlotte team that has momentum coming into this matchup. The Hornets have covered the spread in 6 of their last 9 games, springing a big upset against New York on Tuesday. They have won 16 of the last 19 meetings between these teams and have covered in 13 of those contests. The Pistons are virtually unbackable until they get a few of their injured players back. Our team pick is Charlotte to cover. If you believe in following recent trends as I do, taking the under in this game is a slam dunk. The under has hit in Charlotte's last 8 games, and for Detroit, it has hit in 5 of the last 7. These teams rank 26th and 27th in points per game this season, but both rosters are missing key pieces entering Thursday's game, including their respective leading scorers. The only reason I'm not assigning this a 5-star confidence rating is that both teams run the court at a pace of play ranking in the top half of the NBA. Charlotte's pace is 4th in the league, according to DungeonsandThrees.com, but the fact that they're ranked 28th and 29th in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage gives me faith that the under will prevail. The Hornets have an over/under split this season of 29-37 in favor of the under. Too many injuries to overcome in this game. I'm siding with the under. Houston Rockets versus Indiana Pacers. Indiana is sitting 2.5 games back of Washington for the final spot in the Eastern Conference play-in tournament, so it has plenty of motivation coming into this game. The Pacers have turned things around since their lengthy losing skid, covering the spread in 6 of their last 7 games. They have had 3 days off since their thriller against Philadelphia, while Houston is coming off a blowout loss to Brooklyn on Tuesday. The Rockets have only covered the spread twice in their last 9 games, and they are winless in their last 6 games against Indiana. They only covered the spread once in those 6 contests and continue to be a team to fade right now. Our team pick is Indiana minus 9.5 points. The Pacers are 8th in pace of play entering this inter-conference showdown. Houston is incapable of playing a clean game, so Indiana will have a ton of opportunities to get some fast break points and easy buckets off of Rocket turnovers. Buddy Hield had 15 points and 8 rebounds, while TJ McConnell had 12 points last game, but expect those numbers to balloon in this one. The total has gone over in 4 of Houston's last 6 games, and they have lost 6 in a row against the Pacers. Both clubs will have a ton of success on the offensive end in a game I expect Indiana to win by 20 or more points. Take the over 236.5 points. Brooklyn Nets vs Milwaukee Bucks. The Nets easily dispatched the tanking Houston Rockets with a big second half as they won in blowout fashion, a 118-96 road win. Michael Bridges scored 30 points and Spencer Dinwiddie added 23 as they won their third in a row. Bridges has scored 30 or more points in 3 straight games and 5 times overall since coming over from Phoenix on February 9th in the deal that sent Kevin Durant to the Suns. It appears Brooklyn has finally found their stride after the trade and is playing their best basketball. Giannis will be back for this one, but I expect the Nets to keep it close considering they have the bodies to throw at him with Nick Claxton and company. They are much better defensively after getting rid of Kyrie Irving. I do not expect them to win, but they will keep it close enough to cover the spread. Take Brooklyn plus 12.5 points. Milwaukee played an efficient game against the Young Magic without Giannis and Drew Holiday in the lineup, a 134-123 win. They get a Nets team playing their best basketball since the new year, and although both clubs can put up a lot of points, I expect this to be a tightly played defensive battle. Brooklyn is 18th in pace of play, and although it serves them well to increase the tempo for easy buckets, Milwaukee is an excellent defensive team. They are second in defensive rating entering this contest. The total has gone under in 4 of Brooklyn's last 5 games. Take the under here with confidence. Golden State Warriors vs Memphis Grizzlies. Even accounting for the likelihood that Golden State's shooting has some issues throughout this game against the league's best defense, and that the Warriors are in that dreaded 3-11 ATS road favorite role, it's still the Warriors that I want a piece of. For one, a point spread in this range is basically just asking them to win the game, and without Morant available for Memphis, I just don't believe the Grizzlies have the weapons offensively to keep up. Golden State's own defensive play is going to be forced to pick it up simply because the offense is going to struggle at times against this great Memphis defense, and in that scenario, a Golden State victory is going to become highly dependent on their own defensive play. Against an offense that already struggles and will be without their best player, it's a great situation for the Warriors' defense to bounce back with a little effort, and in the end, it will be that championship pedigree that shines through and quiets all this Warriors are awful on the road talk for at least one day. Our team pick is Golden State minus 2 points. I'm expecting a far better effort defensively from Golden State here, and with the Grizzlies hanging their hat on that side of the ball as well, I can only go under this total. Memphis is a perfect 2-0 to the under this year as a home underdog, and while the sample size is far from a big one, a total plus slash of minus 20.8 points in those 2 outings, is staying below the total by an average of 20.8 points. Betting the under definitely makes sense from a Memphis game flow perspective. From Golden State's view, drastic changes have to be made to see a drastic change in their win/loss record on the road, and it starts with the Warriors making significant improvements on the 123.6 points allowed per road game this year. They've got a great opportunity to lower that number against this inefficient Grizzlies offense, and it all leads to this total staying under in my view. New York Knicks vs Sacramento Kings. This is the second game between the two, and the Knicks earned a 112-99 home win over Sacramento on December 11th. New York covered easily after being minus 2.5 against the Kings. Including the Charlotte loss, the Knicks are still 8-1-1 against the spread in their last 10 games. Since the All-Star break, Sacramento is 5-2 ATS. Entering Wednesday, the Knicks were 7th in margin of victory, 2.96, and Sacramento was 8th, 2.73, according to basketballreference.com. Sacramento is 16-16-1 ATS at home, while the Knicks are an eye-popping 22-10 ATS on the road. The Knicks are 6-0 ATS in their last 6 games versus a team with a winning straight-up record. The Kings are 0-4 ATS in their last 4 home games versus a team with a winning road record. The Knicks are 20-12 straight up on the road. Take Knicks plus 3.5 points. During Sacramento's last 7 games following the All-Star break, the Kings are averaging 134.4 points. The over is 7-1 in Sacramento's last 10 games. The over is 6-4 in the Knicks' last 10 games and 3-1 in the last 4. In addition, the over is 6-0 in the Knicks' last 6 road games versus a team with a home winning percentage greater than .600. The Kings are 20-13 at home, .606. The over is 4-0-1 in the Kings' last 5 games following a straight-up win. Take over 233.